Peace Universal Family, welcome back to another video. It's your boy PROCCESS, and today I want to talk about finding your process to your purpose. Alright? A lot has been happening in the personal life, y'all, on the personal side, and I've just been contemplating and really stepping back to really introspect, as I usually do when things drastic happen in my life. I tend to step back and just introspect. So this time in introspection, I learned, okay, Clarkson, you know your purpose in this lifetime. You know what you're supposed to do. But that's only one aspect of it. Like most things, it's just only one aspect. The purpose is cool, but the process of implementing your purpose is just as important. And so for me personally, I realized my process, how I've been going about things, fulfilling my purpose, hasn't been the most productive to me. It hasn't been the most conducive to me. It'll help others, which is my goal and my purpose, but it hasn't been the smartest process, the best process. Because there are better processes. There are ways to do things, and there are better ways to do the same things. So it's all about the process, how we get there. The journey, I always talk about the journey, not the destination, and this is how it goes, like the process of it. Everybody has their drive and everybody has their dream and their purpose in life that you're supposed to fulfill, but the most important thing is to figure out how to implement that process. How does that process look like? Focus on the journey, focus on the process. So for me, I realized my process needs to be tweaked a bit, because I was under this illusion that I had to be around all the people I'm trying to help. And it's like, that's not necessarily true. Sometimes there are people that I'll never reach and never even see their faces, but I'll be able to help them. And that's because the process will be upgraded to the point where I won't necessarily need to, With this new journey I'm on with this music, I'll be able to speak things into existence and speak on topics and speak for people who don't have voices themselves. And in turn, I'll be able to help them with the things they're going through and the things that they need to hear, from a distance. And that's what I feel like my true calling is, like helping the world with my words, not always having to be in the presence of people, because that's a double-edged sword, y'all. As beautiful as it is to build that physical connection and whatnot, which is what I love to do, I can't do that with everybody on the planet, I can't do that with everybody. So I'm realizing over the past few weeks, like a lot of bonds I make are simply off of the fact of me wanting to help people. Not necessarily that because these people are good for me or not. I'm not saying the bonds I've built with people aren't conducive to me, but certain people, like over the past few years, I'm not gonna get specific, but some people I've built bonds with strictly just to help them. And I realize, like, being so close to certain people, the negative energy that they may be giving off could affect you in drastic ways. It's like, dang, me being an empath, me absorbing so much energy, I have to be more careful with that, than the average person. So I gotta be like A1 on the circle I keep around me, the people I talk to. That's very crucial for me. And that goes back to the process. Okay, how am I helping people? If they're door to door, making friends with everybody in the world, that's not realistic, That doesn't mean I can't help those people, which is my ultimate goal and purpose. So it's just tweaking a bit, helping people from a distance, loving people from a distance. That's a thing, And I've had to go through several of those chambers of realization. Like, okay, I can still love this person, but realistically, I cannot be around them. It's a harsh truth, but it's a truth. Still care about this person, but I can't have them around me. I wish the best for that person. But me being around them does more harm than good to me and possibly to them, because of the attachment and the negative connotation that comes with it. Some people like to feed on positive energy without knowing how to give back. It's not that they don't want to give back. Some people don't know how to, and that's not always up to you to teach them. You're not supposed to, you don't have to be a teacher to every single person that comes in your life, because in a way you are, because you teach them something. The process is what's most important, The process is what's most important. So figure out that process, y'all. Figure out how you can help people the best way, you know? Whether it be making videos on YouTube about things that you know people might need help with, or, expressing that same energy you would do when you're with somebody. Try to find a way to, like, condense that energy, condense that love, and condense. I don't mean make it smaller. I mean condense, as in bringing it to a refined point instead of just giving it out, giving it out, giving it out. Like, condense that love, condense that passion, condense that concern and intention into a construct that you can give to a mass of people. You know, and it's like, it gets to the point where even the people who are outside, like, they feel like they have this intimate connection with you without necessarily have to be around you. And that's how you, like, because I know a lot of the healers out there, like, people adore and love them because they feel like they're so close. They feel like they're friends with me. They feel like that's my best friend. And it's like, that's a beautiful feeling, but you can't have the entire world, like, around you at all times. Like, it's not realistic, Yo, like, all the homies, just like 100,000 homies in your front yard, backyard. Like, no, that's not how that works. I would go crazy and insane. That's crazy. So, but what I'm trying to say is, y'all, that doesn't mean stop fulfilling your purpose. That doesn't mean stop helping people. That doesn't mean stay away from people and then just oh well, I guess this is too much for me, since this is like having people around me even when I'm helping them that can still affect me negatively. That means I have to stop helping people? No, it just means you have to pivot how you help people, because us as healers sometimes take on too much for ourselves, and it can become a burden. Like, the same thing we're doing to heal the world can become a burden to us, and we start questioning if this is our true passion or our true goal in life, because it becomes such a burden. And I just want to make this video to be like, it shouldn't have to be a burden. Like, we shouldn't have to live this life and fulfill this purpose and heal people and have to still go through so much stress and burden. It shouldn't have to be like that. And there are ways to accomplish that, and that's what I'm here to tell y'all. Like, pivot and focus on the process, how I'm doing it, because that's just as important as the why I'm doing it, or the how is just as important too. And there are always new ways and new perspectives that you can learn on. Okay, teaching. Okay, I can teach this way. I can help that way. I can encourage this way. So that's really all I want to say. Just learn new ways, and I'm gonna be practicing that internally, and I'm gonna be putting the same energy that I love to give people into my music, and we're gonna see where that goes. We're gonna see from this video a year from now how my process has changed in me fulfilling my purpose, and how it has affected my life. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. If y'all are also on the same journey of purpose, y'all let me know how y'all want to enhance your process and make it better, so you living your purpose doesn't feel so draining. You fulfilling your purpose in this life that you have, it won't feel like it's so stressful. People don't want to listen, they don't want to do this. It's so much they're going through. It's like, I'm giving, but they don't know how to give back. It's like, I don't want to give up on it because they're my friends, and I know I'm here to help people. It's like, if you want to get out of that, you want to feel like your life is your life again, and you really, like, stay on that high frequency, but at the same time help people that might not always be on that high frequency. There's a bridge that you can be at to where you can help people, but not necessarily have to always be in that world. Because when you're around people physically, y'all, you enter their world, meaning all their positives and all their negatives. Like, you're in their world. When you listen to people, when you hear them talk, when you have conversations with people, you enter their world. You hear their stories. In a way, you take on their trauma. And I'm saying it to people who are actually listening, who actually care. Because you could be around somebody and just ignore them and not necessarily listen to anything they're saying. And in a way, you are in their world, but not as much. But for people like us who, like, invest in people, we're in people's worlds. We hang around and, like, they're friends, like, share quality time with these people. We enter people's worlds. So that's a dangerous place to be, especially if they're in a negative space, And that's why it's always important for us to stay, like, on a high vibration, stay on a meditation, stay all that, high vibrational, because we have to enter these territories. But sometimes the lines get blurred and it's like, dang, I'm in this dark world and it's starting to affect my world even when I leave it. So to prevent that, sometimes even to the people that we quote unquote call friends, we have to learn a process to fulfill our purpose. We gotta be like, you know what, I don't need to be around this person as much, even if I am gonna help them, because that is gonna be counterintuitive. Because even the people that you're helping, subconsciously, since they love you so much, they want you to stay on that high frequency, you know. And even if they are leeching off you, they want to somehow magically make sure you stay like that. So it's actually helping both parties when you detach to a degree, because you can still be the person that they admire and that they want to look up to and that they are receiving that positive energy from. You get to stay that. You don't get to like fall off per se, and like the negative energy gets to you to the point where it starts changing your morality and changing who you are, you know, changing your frequency, because then it's like two negative people and that's not going to help anybody. So basically what I'm trying to say is detachment in a way, and finding a new process and helping people is conducive to you and the person you're helping, you know, because you get to stay on that frequency to continue to help them, and at the same time not be so close to them to where you're absorbed in that, you know. So yeah, that's all I have to say, y'all. Find a process. Find your process to your purpose. And yeah, hopefully y'all got some knowledge and nuggets from that. Let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, catch y'all later. Love y'all. I'm gonna go fulfill my process to fulfilling my purpose right now, which is music. Peace.